soul. You're brave because we're going into the spirit world and it can get a little creepy. But the trick is to remove the fear. So we rebuke fear, move from fear. We don't walk in fear here. I have a tremendous amount of notes and channeled messages for those that are ready to go in. We're going in, okay? We're not playing today. I recorded a message. I spent an hour on this message trying to get information for you so you could understand what you're going through. And right now, the fear is blocking you from seeing the truth. And once we get past the fear, we're going to be able to see the truth. So let's dive in. Hello. Whoever showed up first there. Let me get this thing for my dog because she swears. She doesn't like. Okay. Had to take it. Okay. We're back. So we're going to move from fear. This is what they mean by I walk in the valley of the shadow of death and I fear no evil. So we're not going to play with these spirits. We're not going to let these spirits with our brains and manipulate our thoughts and propel us into directions we don't want to go. So I'm going to pull some oracle cards. I'm going to go through my channel messages and we're going to be very brave. We're going to be very brave because we want to know the truth. We've been lied to. We've been freaking farmed. You hear me? You heard me correct. Farmed. So let's find out how to become free. How to remove this layer of fear that is absolutely in the way of your freedom and your ability to find beauty in your life again. Something that can give you purpose. Because right now, you're being pushed to be terrified. They want to literally make you scared. They want you to be scared of all of the, we're going to look. You hear me? We're looking into the spirit world. Thank you. The fact that the eagle came out, no fear. We're going to be honest and see the truth here. We're going to look into the situation. We're going to understand that life is a very beautiful place and we're not going to let fear govern our reality because you are the maker. You determine, you decide, and you move in accordance to your energy, frequency, and vibration. So we're going to, as this eagle came out, we're going to be the top dog. You are a walking God. And I mean that with love. I don't mean that with arrogance. I don't mean that with ego. I mean that with spirit. I mean that with soul. You aren't here to be anyone's slave or anyone's farmed person. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break out of this. And those that are brave and those that are on we're pioneering here. We are exploring the spirit world and we're doing it together. You're not alone. They want you to feel unsafe. And we're not going to play with these entities today, okay? That's what they are. They're interjects. They come in and they try to pressure you to make bad decisions so they continue to feed off of you. But not today because you're the eagle and you're going to come up this top predator. You're not going to allow little birds, little bugs, and insects to govern your reality. You're going to be an eagle. And you're going to see the situation clearly because we're going to go into the spirit world together and we're going to go in armored. We're going to go into protected. And this whole session is going to be guided and filled with love. We're going to build a force field around us as we navigate because as I tried to get this message out yesterday, a lot of little spirits were trying to get me to say the wrong things. And I'm glad I didn't fully upload that message yet because here's all these channeled messages. We're going to take this slow. We're going to navigate together. But right now we have a We have a dragonfly and we have an eagle. And I've been getting communication that we have a veil over our eyes. And those that have eyes to see, ears to hear, are going to receive this message and be prepared and ready to navigate this next point in our evolution. So this won't resonate for everyone, and that's fine. Protecting the future. You hear me? Protecting the future. Look at this card. Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. We are pioneers. We are literally supernatural. We have the ability to enter time travel. We're talking about the ability to, that's what they're doing. They're trying to figure out and reverse engineer how we got here. And it's, hello, baddie girl, what's up? We're going to navigate this without them telling us where to go. So I'm getting an analogy where at some point there was a place over there humans wanted to go. We wanted to, hi, thank you. We wanted to go to that other place, right? And then they drew a line in the sand and they said, I own that other side that you're trying to go to, and you must pay me to go there. And then ever since then, we have fallen for so much that we've been pushed into camps, encampments, and I just feel this psychological torture that we've been held against our will. You hear me? And we're going to talk about technology because it's trying to merge with us. I mean, are you guys seeing that yet? And what do I mean by that? There's some weird stuff going down to the point where, I want to connect the dots here for you. This isn't a quick fix. I'm not here to feed you dopamine. I'm here to help you break through the fear that keeps you from being in your God body. You are meant to experience way more than they're allowing us. Thank you, beautiful human in the chat. We are not here to, let's just get it right, okay? We're just gonna get it right today. Where's my, okay, it's gone. Oh, it's right here. We're gonna use frequency because we're gonna make sure the vibration stays high. We're in a live, so there's gonna be so many different frequencies trying to pull us to different directions. I am a protector, absolutely. We're here to protect and to keep the grid intact. But it's like it's been hijacked. A lot of the message yesterday was about being hijacked, and your systems were not running properly, okay? So self-driving cars, cell phones, and Karens. It's really important to know that this automation and everything that's coming online, I mean, it's gonna come in so fast. Your best bet is to focus on your ability to get spiritually aligned. Nothing else freaking matters right now. It's so important because we're becoming supernatural. Not even that we weren't before, though. It's like we've always been supernatural, but we've been indoctrinated not to be. So now this coming back, it's a grieving process. It's a lot to process, and it takes our ability to focus and be aware. I'm just seeing the attention span. It's just people need that quick. We are in a crisis. So I'm seeing this addiction, which is a drug. Addiction is a symptom of isolation. Is that how I want to say that? I wrote it down. Let me read it. Addiction is a symptom of isolation. And we need to be aware that I'm seeing the people that are, let's say, heavily addicted to a substance on the street right now. This is extreme, but it's happening to you too. Listen, hear me. because those were regular people one day or whenever. And they're the ones that are hunched over, the like, chakra, it's fine, we're fine. The ones that are hunched over are I'm seeing this pattern where people are hunched over their phones. So I just see a future time where we're like this, and all we're doing is feeding whatever is on the other side that has some sort of sorcery magic that's way more than what we're perceiving it to be. It's like we mined. So I'm seeing Minecraft. I'm seeing how we came here and mined everything for the entities to feed on us even worse. Like, it's crazy. So we're going to talk about the truth. We're going to look at this looking glass. We're going to look at what's really happening, and we're going to move without fear. So maintaining your God codes keeps you safe and close to God. And you're here to be a reflection of what the Creator has intended. And I mean that because there has to be an opposition to the darkness. And to maintain your codes, because you're a quantum computer, you're a highly advanced soul in a body somehow, right? You're here. This is crazy. This makes no sense. I'm seeing the dragons are coming back. No, the dragons aren't coming back. We're going back to where the dragons are. And why is that important? Because everything that the movies have been showing us, everything that we're seeing, it's because it had to be shown to us. That something about the fragmentation of becoming human has put us in a deep sleep, a deep slumber. We're just using such a small capacity, and I just see us developing our psychic abilities as just the beginning of what's coming. And 2020 is important. So I'm not gonna try to vomit all this out because I feel rushed. Yes, I pay homage and I always mind my business. You cry, kick, and you scream because you are alive. I want you to be alive. And being alive is feeling the emotion. And I know I said that with passion, because they want you not to feel. They want you to be numb. And I want you to be alive. I want you to experience life in its plethora of radiance. It has so much to give. You are constantly connected. And it's just your perception that you are not. What are you connected to is also very important, because a lot of us have forgotten what it even means to be in the Garden of Eden, the place where your perception is, I'm seeing the vagus nerve, which is funny, because what is it? We're going to get to tarot, I promise. The Holy Spirit. Yep, your epigenetics, the Holy Spirit, and the Walking Dead. Not many people are going to be ready for this, and that's fine. But this is the apocalypse, okay? The reveal, the veil. It's gone. We're here. There's so much here. We're just remembering. We're just going back. And we're getting things back in alignment. The only major arcana, because like I said, I've already done this reading, but I didn't like it. And I'm being used as a channel today to get you to see, there ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of attitude and pushback right now. With a little bit of pressure on any authority that believes it's higher than you are. Man, we're specifically speaking on human beings, because human beings aren't even human beings. don't know who you can trust right now. You don't know who houses what spirits. And that's not to be in fear. You could be laying next to a monster right now. And that's just what it is. It's more so about your next choice, your next decision, and your ability to see clearly. So this hasn't even started yet. We're just getting in. And yeah, I want to do a couple shuffles. Yeah, so 2020. So the whole scheme, actually, can I do this? Chakra, go sit down. Go sit down. Go see the baby. Okay, so I have this picture right here, and it says, "We are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis, and the nation will accept the New World Order." This is David Rockefeller speaking at a UN business conference, September 14th in 1994. And whoever you are, because there's one person in the chat right now, that was meant for you to hear. And it's really important to understand. True, I'm addicted to helping. Me too. Like, what is up with that? I just want to go chill, but I can't because I have to be here. Ooh, I split on organs. So you think it's bad now? I don't mean that to say, I'm not trying to doom and gloom here, but I'm trying to get us ready. Like, we're supposed to be getting our God armor ready. We're in a spiritual battle. You're not supposed to be deeply consuming low vibrational things. So high vibration can feel very uncomfortable to a lot of people. It's just like too immersed. It's like we're in this virtual reality. When you're really tapped in and very aware, it seems like it's literally a video game. And you're the main character and you're the only character. Everyone else is an NPC. Or, yeah, that's what it is. That's what we're talking about today. So let's pull a couple of these. These are going to help us see clearly what the spirits want to say. Like, we really need to get to the bottom of this before they try to put something in your hand. Self-checkouts really coming to mind. Cat Williams. All right. Those who are ready. Population. We're talking about, I heard mass extinction. We're talking about plagues. We're talking about big events that are happening externally and internally. And the reason you can't have the fear, because what I see coming, let's say it's a little scary, right? It's a little scary out there. Your best bet is to be in opposition to the fear of what could happen. That's why the vagus nerve was coming out, against the grain. Be in opposition to what's happening to you. Because it's not even really happening. It's only happening because that is a chosen timeline. I'm seeing crafts like coming through dimensions, like splitting gravity and just like showing the other side. I'm seeing the sky. This came out in the other reading as well. Men provide and protect, women amplify and provide. That's under population. Intergalactic is here. We have this aggressive human, which is Andrew Tate. And then we have alpha woman here. Am I a boy or am I a girl? Epigenetics. Again, we're talking about your codes, your DNA is turning on and off. So the worship gene is coming to mind. And pull one more. Hearing voices. Right. Because yesterday we were dealing with a hypervigilance. Things are coming online. They want you to think that you're crazy. I'm seeing too much. I've been going through this for over a decade at this point. So this didn't happen to me through ChatGPT. That didn't even exist. ChatGPT didn't do this. It's like I see people being convinced that psychosis and mental illness and all these labels are, what are you trying to show me? You're getting labeled, right? Because if you, right, subservience, fear. I'm seeing the lobotomy again, the lobotomized, what is this? Labels. Exactly, this came out yesterday. Labels are the opposite of understanding. We're getting to an understanding of who we are, and if we continue to listen to what they say is what it is, we'll continue to stay in a very limited frequency band. This eagle's eye is really standing out to me. Eagle eye. All right, let's pull some tarot. I have a dragon here. I have an eagle and a dragonfly. Very interesting. With keys. Why did the dragon stop working with us? That's a very interesting question. Why did they stop? I don't know. Oh, wrong thing. Yeah, so this isn't here to, I'm not here to be a pretty tarot reader. Like, we're not going to talk about all the pretty things only. We're going to talk about the real stuff that I'm guided to speak on, which is dark. There's a lot of darkness we need to remove. And if you're a part of this group of light workers, incarnated souls here to enhance the frequency on the planet, to remove, I'm seeing like we're supposed to get a certain species to leave. Very interesting. And what I mean by species, I'm talking like aliens, guys. I'm not talking about like butterflies. I'm talking about like a species that's farming us, okay? For our scrumptious energy that it feeds on. Has us confused. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's cool at the same time. Yeah, this wake up and get attacked one day thing, I tried to explain it yesterday. So I was on a walk the other day, and this is important because I was shown a vision of a random person jumping out their car to attack me. But then I was told that vision was of the future. And then I was like, okay, well, why would someone jump out their car and attack me? That's weird. And then I was told, well, the reason they'll do it is because people are in their own little narcissistic bubbles. And in these narcissistic bubbles on the devices, the program that's being fed to the agents, the bots, the NPCs, those that will worship, those that'll be in opposition to God's people, to the chosen people, to however you want. I don't like too many labels. I just know there's some of us out here that know how to walk in the path of justice, righteousness, goodness, kindness. Justice is important because the truth is what matters. Being lied to isn't fun. We're not enjoying this. This isn't entertaining, right? Although it is at the same time. So it's like I'm seeing Rafiki, which is a interesting message there. But the reason I'm the woman, it's important. She jumped out of her car and she attacked me because I was one of her higher ranking dark entity bosses that she's probably completely unaware of, that was programming her through her phone. So she's looking at her phone every day, going through the motions, eating the GMO foods, being poisoned, putting toxins all over her body, in her body. It was just crazy. She's a completely possessed person. And she was unaware. in the vision. But she attacked me with no basis for in reality as to why, except for what I was shown, which was I was walking freely in a matrix full of agents that work for the beast, the monster, or whatever it's called. How, because I did a couple readings ago, I did a channel about how hard it is for us to see what's actually happening because we're so terrified to be awake and aware. Choice. We're starting with the Lovers. What are we choosing? Here's the Garden of Eden. What did I say? I was talking about that because it's a perception. You want to know the truth? Is the Garden of Eden is in your mind. There is no... It's physical when we believe in it enough to bring it back to collective reality. But it's limited at this point because the perception is so minimal. If you want to experience the fruit, the sweetness, the joy, the bliss, the naivety, that pure soul that you are, that childlike you, that inner child, it wants to play. It wants to be seen. It wants to be present and alive. It's really important to understand some people are not alive. They're very much so walking zombies, waiting for, actually literally planning their funeral, which is crazy to me. What are we planning that for? We're supposed to be living life. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Inability to make a choice because you're going back and forth. You want to go back to the illusion, but then sometimes you want to be in the truth. And the truth is hard to digest, understand, and perceive. And it's hard to get out in a message. You don't know how many times I've literally probably made hundreds and hundreds of videos trying to talk about this. Yeah, how much more do we want to carry? Okay. Intergalactic. Population influenced. Four of Pentacles, still holding on, guys. We're still holding on. We're still holding on. Struggling to accept that we are literally walking gods, fragments of God, however you prefer that. You are a walking fragment of God. You're supposed to be expressing that however you see fit, not how the group sees it or how the how do I want to say that? We have the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Returning from travel or holidays. So we're about to get deep here, okay? I just hope you know. We've been real shallow so far. This communication card isn't coming through like someone's going to call you type of thing. It's coming through to me like the communications that are coming in from the spirit world to us at this time, a lot of people are rejecting. And if you want to be alive, fully conscious and alive, it's going to require you to listen, and not listen to what humans are saying more so than what your soul is saying. There's a bunch of humans out here jibber jabbering about a lot, and Spirit's asking me to remind you that you have a direct connection to the Creator. You have a direct connection to and whole angelic team. I'm also being reminded to, or asked to remind people that not everybody's ancestors are savages of some sort of high ranking level that you're always protected by whatever. A lot of times our ancestors are banking on us to make it. They're, yes, in another space and time that allows them to communicate certain things to us, but they need us. We're the current playing. We are live action. We're the ones in the flesh suits. We're the ones out here doing the work. We're sweating, we're bleeding, we're dying. We're out here on the front lines right now. And our soul needs to see this. No, our ego needs to see this. Our soul knows this. But our ego is struggling to let go of the facade, let go of what is actually going down. So, yes, we're trapped in vanity. These are spells. They're all spells. I'm seeing so many glamour spells on the internet. It's crazy to me. There's always going to be good magic and dark magic. And I don't even want to go too hard into any label of anything right now, because that's not what's important. What's important is there's literally dragons. There's supernatural interdimensional beings of very high vibration that are in contact with humanity at this time. They're trying to get us information and messages to understand how to navigate this time we're in. Sugar, lay down, mama. Lay down. Stop. Lay down, mama. Lay down, girl. Come on. Lay down, girl. Lay down. Why are you so sad? Lay down, girl. Lay down. Lay down. We were just on a walk for over an hour. It's fine. I'm being reminded. Lay down, mama. Lay down. Lay down. I'm being reminded. Lay down. Lay down, mama. I'm being reminded something here. What is that? Liberate. It is so hot. It is so hot. And I'm physically hot, but like, I'm actually upset. I'm upset with the way things are going. I'm upset that, why is this all the way over here? I'm upset that I'm seeing a slave ship, sort of metaphoric, but I'm seeing this ship we're on. And a lot of us are like, okay, where are they going to take us to? Let's just sit here and take it. And I'm looking around like, I'm about to jump off. I'm just going to jump off. I don't know what that ocean holds, but I'm actually willing to jump in that ocean over go where these beings are taking me. That's the feeling I have right now. It's not just paranoia. It's a deep knowing that what is ahead is not okay. It's not safe. It's not something that I want to be a part of. And in this analogy, in this scenario, I'm being shown that it is a safer option to jump off of the ship than to go wherever these captors are taking us. Midas. Okay, so we're going to pause there on these because I see something now. How do we want to... Okay, we're going to use these. A Law and Order kind of stood out here because there's they had to tell us for whatever reason, right? Okay. This is going to keep going. We're just going to let it keep flowing. Clear vision. You see how the eye came out? Clear vision, law and order. Do you really want to see? Are you ready for real? You said you were. Here's the light. Now, how do you navigate this space? Standing up. So Alpha Woman is speaking to me about your ability to find your autonomy right now. It's not about what everyone's saying. It's about what you know. Knowing is understanding. What do you understand? You understand that you're on a ship. This is an analogy, but it's showing me what makes sense to what kind of energy we're in right now. We're on a ship. We're being taken to a land we don't understand. Everyone is sitting here in chains. It's confusing. Why are we being... There's so many questions. So what are you trying to show me here? Right. Okay, important. You're captured energetically here. Your essence is captured for a reason, because you are food. We need to remember that interdimensional beings aren't all physical and just in this 3D space. So when they feed, it's going to be a different experience to some degree. I'm seeing torture. I'm seeing human trafficking, which came out yesterday. Yep, exactly. Look what came out. We have false leaders, Hollywood, and shapeshifters. Okay. We have teenager, preteen developing in puberty, which, if we want to be literal, this is saying you are a youth and your youth is being fed on. They're banking on the fact that you've been abandoned for you to come. I'm seeing the fiddle, the guy that plays the fiddle, and they all come running. They're banking on you to abandon your original, like your culture, your knowing of, we're going back to the God codes, because your divinity. We're talking about a time and space. I'm being reminded of, there was a general in the U.S. Army, and he was speaking on, his name was Richard E. Byrd, and he's the man who flew over the Arctic. He mapped out the poles and all that stuff. He gave us all the information that we quote unquote have, that developed scientists to go over and do the research. And what they discovered has been hidden from us for 100 years, because they found something over there. And this is a part of your destiny to remember, because I'm seeing it's either a dragon or can't tell if that's a dragon. I think it's a dragon. I know I have a dragon card here, but I'm seeing a dragon somewhere else. But that's important. Why are the dragons, what are the dragons saying? Why am I... Yeah, let's go. You see how organs are on top here? So remember, everyone's got to eat at the end of the day, right? So do these dark ones. And unfortunately, the population has been duped here and put in this frequency of fear. I'm just seeing children. I'm really tired of these monsters eating children. I'm just going to say that. I'm sorry. But the children, which could also be your inner child, it's crying. Focus, focus, focus. The locust. Selena. Right. Ritual sacrifice. Ancient Egyptians are from Atlantis. Giza to Atlantis. The Sphinx covered the portal to the inner earth. Exactly what I was saying. Listen, this army veteran or whatever, he had discovered these are your people. The analogy I'm being shown is you come from a people that are not enslaved. But these people, I don't even know if I want to call them people. I want to more so call it a species, because I keep being shown this avatar version of them, like they're very blue and green looking, even very translucent. But this is where you come from, and you can't remember home for a very loud reason. That's because the reality is very loud right now. If there was no internet, your GPS would take you home. If you're a shark, you have natural GPS. Your natural GPS would take you home. You would migrate. You would go home. Home is where the heart is. And that's where the dragons are. Are you seeing this clearly? Do you see it? It's very subtle. But you have to liberate yourself. Yesterday we were talking about contracts. You can forfeit. You don't have to keep going in the timeline you're in. Yeah. It's very important. If you weren't here in the beginning, we were talking about how there are beings coming through the phones, and I mean, they don't even need the phones, but maybe the phones are acting as amplifiers. Okay. Yeah, they don't need the phones, but the TVs too. So when you're watching TV on the phone and all that, again, don't move in fear, please. But just know that you have the ability to remove the chains, remove the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise you. I just want to praise you. Awakened awareness. Look at this eye. This is really looking like, remember I was looking over there? It's just some weird, you know how people look in the clouds and they see things? Like I'm looking in some wood and I'm seeing things. And in the wood, there was this dragon eye, and I couldn't tell if it was like a good being or if it was like, it kind of looks like what's that animal? A raptor. But it wasn't giving me a sense. Actually, it kind of was. Actually, interesting. Okay. So there's a dark energy here, and it uses, oh my gosh. So I'm being shown there's beings that use some sort of hypnotic poison, hypnosis, and they lure you with hypnotic energy. So are they in people? Is that what I'm being shown? Kind of hard to decipher that one. I just want to praise you. Singularity. So that was also what we were talking about. We're heading in a direction. We're going towards something that's basically destined to happen. What else about singularity? The Word of God. Los Angeles. A lot of lost angels walking around, right? Because you're this rarity. Attracted missing children right there. This matters because you are a part of a tribe. You're a part of a family, a bloodline. how do we, like, is there a way to identify this? Reparations. This is reparations. Oh, look. It's in your blood. This is beyond, okay. Hell yes, please and thank you. Atlantis. Listen, hear me, okay? I know it's so hard for people to go here, and that's okay. We're good. We're just fine. We're ahead of the curve. But please hear me. This is a zombie apocalypse. We're in The Walking Dead. It's crazy outside. How do you survive? Well, you have to go inside, because that's where Eden is. That's where your royalty lies. How do you connect back to your people? Well, through your heart, through your blood, the plasma. It's all, you are also a shapeshifter. But we're talking about the codes in your DNA. Why did we give so much power to them? Doesn't matter why. We just need to understand they're imposters. And they're taking your purity. The more and more, right? Be very careful what you're watching. I sometimes find myself exposed to certain, actually, listen, this is important. In our day-to-day, I notice humans, we'll call them humans, but I know what they are. They're humans that house spirits, and I can see the spirits, and I can tell when the spirits are trying to play with me, or they're trying to get in contract with me, verbal agreements. And right now, think about it. You're verbally agreeing to certain things, little subtle things that, for example, gambling, or lying, telling little small lies. You have a human in your reality, and they're giving you information. And when they do it, their intention is to get you on their side. That could even be just to fit in. Hey, come join our team. Come join our cult, our culture, whatever. There's something going on here. How do you channel your light? Well, you tell the truth. What is the truth? The truth is in your heart. You know the way through the heart. And the reason you don't feel alive, if you don't feel alive, it's because you are living amongst demon activity. And in this activity, there's a lot of, what is that called? Hazing, pressure. Like, I'm just seeing they gotta get you in alignment with their code of conduct. Clouded judgment, exactly. Because it must cloud your judgment. Because we're talking about liberating your soul here. It's deeper than, what's this one? I don't know about it. Always, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that I'm grateful for this time we're in. I came here for this. You did too. You came here for this. Catastrophizing and thoughts. What reality are you thinking about? Are you going towards singularity? Do you think you have to participate in their craziness. I'm going back to I'm seeing the grocery stores, how they're putting in contactless everything. So you can go and scan your palm basically. And it's like, it's really strange. How come deers don't do that? Why are none of the animals in the kingdom, nothing else needs to do this, but for some reason we should merge with AI? I'm just confused. I'm like, where did this AI come from? Who's doing this? We're already giving 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds access to dangerous technology that they've probably been testing for 50 to 100 years on people or whatever. Found these 2 boys running loose. A little weird notification came in. Round them up, boys. Ew. Missing children. Sociopath. Yeah, you're dealing with sociopaths. I was just trying to describe to you these entities that are interacting with you through people that you know, right? You may love these people, you may associate with people, I'm not sure. However, you're connecting to these human beings that are housing these spirits. In psychology, we call this a sociopath. But in the spirit world, it's a possessed person that is convincing and persuading, decision making, erratic behavior, involuntary movements, and or decision. Like, people don't know why they're doing what they're doing at this point. They're just doing it. The eye is crazy looking over there. Why are you stuck in the wrong timeline? Baby, don't hurt me no more. Sovereignty, supreme power, and authority. You must declare your sovereignty. It's so, like, right now, declare your sovereignty. I declare my sovereignty over my being. Nothing can come in my spirit, into my soul, into my temple without my permission. You have to be very clear on that. Woo! So I remember the first time I came face to face with a demon. Yeah, I said it. And I will never forget the fact that stupid little evil thing, its whole purpose was to make me believe it had power over me through fear. Its whole little scheme and scandal was to terrify me, to get me into a frequency of fear, so I cowered to the thing. And I'm being shown that it's very important for you to understand you have authority over these little pesky demons that they puff up. They make themselves larger than they are. The Leviathan came out. It's very important. The Leviathan came out in the previous reading. We were talking about the demon of envy. And it's crazy, the fact that we compare ourselves and contrast with another. I didn't come here to be you. I don't want to be you. I want to be me. There's no comparison. I have nothing to compare myself to besides my yesterday me or whatever. Me. I'm just me. I'm not here to be anything else, and neither are you. There is no need to be envious. There is no need to be comparing yourself to anything. You are just here to be sovereign. You are just here to be a whole soul, a whole free spirit. And that's the beautiful path. That's the narrow path. Ooh, Inner Earth came out. Thank you. Ooh, why this blank card? Oh, human trafficking, like I said. Because Inner Earth is calling us home. If you're of the light of ooh, see? We got Baal, which is, a bad guy in the Bible. God of fertility, rain, and storms, worshipped by the Israelites when they went astray. The owner or Lord, the false god, worshiping, often primary enemy of Yahweh in the Bible. These are all concepts that we have. What's that word? We've made into beautiful stories, analogies, understandings, parables. Yeah, seize the prophets. Don't let anyone get away. That's what they're trying to do right now with AI, with all the things coming out, all the fear in the air. It's like they need you to be scared because there's crazy people on the internet like me that are channeling, and it's like they need you to fear me. I need to be casted out. I'm the outcast. Get this witch out of here. People are ready to cast the first stone, let me tell you, because they're terrified. They need to feel powerful because they're so out of, they have no control of themselves. They just want to pitchfork away all the magic that has been taken from us. They must take out their dark leader, codes them with their worship gene, which epigenetics, psychologists, all them people that do the science stuff, they have found that we have a worship gene because a long, long time ago, something altered our chromosome, a particular chromosome, I believe, and they put these caps on the end so you would, worship, basically. It wasn't even there. It's like, what? So you're telling me that the reason people go, that's what this card's about. You're making this choice. Do I follow Jesus? Do I follow religion? Do I follow nothing? There's so many questions. Let it all go. That's the big energy here, because when I faced that monster, when that demon was making me believe it could do the things it said it was going to do to me, it was like, it never did things. It sure did say some pretty nasty stuff, but it never did what it said it was going to do. I hid under a blanket, and it after I told it to leave me alone, I hid under a blanket, and it turned its head and kind of like this energy, like, oh, whatever. Like it was like, this one's not I don't know how to explain it. Once I conquered my fear in the face of a demon, it basically left me alone, is the best way I can think to put that into words right now. And this is important to conquer your fear. It's very, very important to conquer your fear, because they're trying to get you to catastrophize, is the word, and fear yourself. You are a walking God, meaning you have blood, you have something about you that makes you not a monkey, you're not an ape, you're not a zebra. You're somehow this highly intelligent quantum human thing that can do so much more than any other species on this planet for whatever reason. We imagine, we create, we do all these beautiful things because we are God. That is what it is. Your heart knows, in your heart of heart, you know that you didn't come here to be subservient. You didn't come here to follow the order. You came here to remember, to help the planet remember, to be in the leading edge. Like, nobody on the planet is, not nobody, the majority of people that are even tapping into spirituality aren't even prepared for this kind of knowledge. And that's why those that are the most attacked right now. the most vulnerable people on the planet, which are women, womb carriers, children, the vulnerable in general, the physically, because we've lived such a physical experience to this point. We've lived so physically, like we swear it's all about what's out here. But no, you've been tricked. Your power comes from within, which is why the feminine energy in all of us has been suppressed and silenced. How dare she step out? How dare she go into the light and show her, I'm seeing Lilith again, which she's been coming up a lot lately, because the energy is in all of us. It's our memories. All these stories, all these allegories, the whole Bible, it's all in here. Everything that's ever been written, said, talked about, anything, it's all in here. And then we make little things out there for entertainment for our ego. It's pretty crazy. But it's also brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And why are we attracted to that? That's interesting. So I have this Andrew Tate card. Everything's a concept. I'm not here to debate random humans. But this random human right here, Andrew Tate, he comes up a lot as an archetype because he represents a very disgusting masculine energy that preys on vulnerable femininity, because he's a super masculine, like he considers himself this like alpha figure, right? But I feel in my heart he represents the patriarchy and is in its extreme, which is this is why in, let's say, the Bible, right? It's like they want to get us to believe in what has been written down more than what comes straight from the source, which in the time of this awakening that we're in, it is only natural for psychic intuitive energies to awaken in us, especially in the feminine, especially in the womb carriers, and especially in the children. It's not to say that men don't have these things as well. You guys definitely do. That's why Erykah Badu. I mean, can you imagine Erykah Badu and Andrew Tate in the same room? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's more powerful? You know? We really need to understand things a little bit more than we're doing. So I'm being reminded this card here, which the word rare keeps coming to my head. I'm being asked to remind you the rare energy that you hold that has been, I'm just seeing generations after generations after generations in different ways, different expressions, different forms. It's constantly been suppressed for this time to be as brutal as possible. I don't know what it's like so intense. I don't even know how to explain to you. There's a piece of wood over there and there's an eye in it, and I just cannot get over what this eye is doing with me right now. It's kind of weird. I have the number 8. On and on. On and on. I'm seeing infinity was the number 8. What's that? Oh, the Buddha head. Oh, someone posted about, so I was talking about how this, okay, whoever you are, you're so awesome. I read your download that you gave to everyone about this Buddha head. You're so right. This Buddha head that fell off of my little statue I had for years, it was so laughable because here we have been worshiping these idols, right? It's fascinating to me. The old version of me bought this thing, and the new version of me looks at it like, I am this thing. I am the Buddha. And so are you. It's not, there's no, oh my God, put me on a pedestal here. It's like the statue means nothing. But that's what happened when the awakened ones left. Because they went home. You hear me? What is going on? Okay, I'm seeing something really fascinating. When the awakened ones went home, I'm seeing they tell us the Christ and the consciousness of, you know, like they burned the books and all that. They just kind of decided that instead of the 200 books or whatever, they were only going to narrow it down to 66 and make the Bible at 66 minutes in. So they were going to do that, right? They were going to limit what we can tap into, our God codes. Because how dare you become Jesus? How dare you become Buddha? That's what's happening. Is you are coming back to your zero, your knowing. None of this is important anymore. Nothing no chakra, no ma'am. I know you're smart, highly intelligent, husky animal. Used to smart you, but no, you're gonna have to wait. So how do you want me to say that? So I'm seeing, of course, if you're gonna enslave a people, a species, a highly intelligent, powerful species that has magical light codes, scrumptious, delicious energy, beautiful souls. If you're going to trap them, I'm telling you, you used to just exist in this beautiful state. And then they made this inversion of reality that we all call, I don't know, the Matrix, the 3D place that we go to every day, our regular work life and the grocery store and all that kind of stuff. That world is so far from the natural world. But they also went and altered your DNA because we are in this spiritual battle and the super soldiers are waking up, which is why they behind the scenes have been developing their own super soldiers. So why is it important for you to get in alignment is because, yeah, your wings are developing. And I mean that so literally. I do. I really deeply do. I know I'm a human right now, but I haven't always been and I won't always be. And that's fine. Like, I want my wings back. I want to fly again. I want to be able to go back home where my people are, my whatever this inner earth I'm being shown is, before I was captured, before my soul had to incarnate all these times. It's a very interesting message. I'm seeing, yeah, because I often get shown that message of a lot of times we get trapped in this frequency band that we came into. So we came into this frequency band, this 3-dimensional plane, where all this end of the world stuff is occurring. It's the end of the world. What was that other thing I was trying? Oh, singularity. Singularity is the end of the world. And what is singularity? It's when we merge with technology. Why though? I don't know that matters right now, because we're trying to decode something here in our, because once we know it, we move on, and we don't have to, just like the frequency of fear, once we face the fear and overcome the fear and move forward, that now becomes an understanding, a wisdom that we take with us. That's how you walk in the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil. It's very important to understand that right now. Yeah, we're literally surrounded by different creatures that want to cut off the communication with our, I heard home planet, homeland, because we're going different places actually. I'm not picking up on a particular species, but I often do see like fairies and mermaids. So with the Atlantis, I'm seeing underground tunnels or cataclysm, because we're returning from travel or holiday. There's been a restriction. It's bad timing because we got trapped in time. We got trapped in a time jail. It's like a jail, but it's a psychological trap. Losing momentum. Things have slowed down. No, that's why they're picking back up, because it was slowed down. Time was just, oh my gosh, I'm seeing something crazy. So time was slowed down, so we were super dense. Like I'm just seeing like people 50 years ago, 100 years ago. I mean, they could just be bored all the time and it was fine. Like, because they were so content with the illusion. They were so content, very content with the illusion. And I'm seeing us, we're not content with it because it's going so fast. We've broken a lot of spells that have been casted over us. But there's still work to do. It's important to gain your sovereignty here and to understand you must remove the fear, the veil of fear here, because your judgment is clouded. You're interacting with a lot of different entities of different species, of different bloodlines, all hiding behind these human masks, these flesh suits that we identify so strongly with. This is just your spaceship, though. You're not meant to identify so strongly with your spaceship, your temple. It houses something. It's structure. This is a structure, you know what I mean? It's housing something deeper. Look at this. You see how this dragon's like holding that light? It's like you're that light, right? And everything on the outside is what we're calling you. But rather you're this light. You're truly just this light thing, like this. And it doesn't mean it doesn't want you to perceive your life as meaningless or your body as meaningless. It's the opposite. It's just it's quite meaningful. This is a very architecturally beautiful, crafted masterpiece that you are. You're a valuable piece of art. This isn't by chance or fluke that you're here to experience something. It's just like how you're experiencing due to indoctrination, due to programming, due to improper coding, that your spaceship has basically crashed and been recoded by external beings. And now that you're navigating your ship again, it's like your car is automatically driving. You're like, whoa, I want it to be manual. What is going on here? Why is my spaceship, why is my vessel in automation when I'm supposed to be in the flow, in the free, in the now? Because the devil's in the details. So all the darkness can come in when those details are missed. Those small things like we've been talking about when I mentioned the sociopaths and the little tricks to get you into the wrong place at the wrong time or whatever. Yeah, the devil's in the details. You know what I'm saying? Look closer. What does this Queen of Cups want to say in reverse? Yeah, that was the vanity. Yeah. Someone said, true, I'm addicted to helping. It says fickleness, vanity, gullibility, and those who sacrifice themselves unnecessarily for others. I would never say this, but I heard do it for the gram. And I think we all know what that means. It's like, get in to fit in. I want to be a part of something, so I'm helping. Like these are all channels that I'm getting. I'm seeing Neptune and Atlantis again. Right. How's your third eye right now? What are you holding on to so strongly, my friend? You're going so back and forth here. This decision you need to make is like, it's like deep in your soul. Oh yeah, we do need to read one of these. I'm so down. Where's it at? Oh, it's not over here. Can I get my book? A book. What did I do with this short rep? Oh, here it is. Okay. This is for you. So we're gonna read one of these random things. Bring out the beast. Hell yeah. The best warrior is not warlike. The best fighter is not frenzied. The best conqueror is not quarrelsome. The best ruler is not unruly. Bring out the beast in yourself, and you will bring out the beast in others. This is following the Tao. Since ancient days, it is the way of virtue. I promise you, if you have not watched the reading I did, I don't know, I can't think of what it's called right now. Actually, I do. I think it was when The Party Was Over. Yes, The Party Is Over. I'm holding Buddha's head up like this, and it's a light. It's important because what I just got from that was, yes, this is the end of the world. Conceptually, I mean, come on, guys. It's like the end of time, the end of everything we ever knew. It must die. And the beast out of the water, I was obsessed with the beast out of the water, Revelations 13:3 or something like that. And why I was obsessed was like, I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like all these beasts, all these heads, all this stuff. It's like, what is it describing? It's clearly describing some sort of metaphoric, I mean, what is it describing? Well, it's describing all of these things that we look out and we're like, how could we possibly stand against what's happening right now? How? When all of our people, and we can look at the spiritual community even, all of our people are more concerned about what their ex is doing or what their, it's so strange that we have access to the spirit world and we're talking about frivolous things. When we have a beast to defeat and a beast to awaken within us. They wanted us to fear the serpent. They wanted us to fear being a woman. They wanted us to fear Lilith. They want us to fear origins. They want us to fear God. They want us to fear the devil. They want us to fear the demons. They want us to fear the scary movies. They want us to fear the unknown. They want us to fear the night. They want us to fear each other. They want us to fear everything. Like, what is going on? So basically, they just want us to fear. They just want you in the fear frequency band. Happy at home. In a small country with few people, government is still necessary, but let it be very limited. The people should be kept safe and content. Then through there are carriages and ships. The people will not want to leave their country. And though there are shields and swords, there will be no reason to use them. Then people will freely practice their trades, delight in their cuisine, be content with their clothes, take pride in their homes, and rejoice in their holidays. Neighboring countries may be so near that their dogs can be heard barking at night, but your people will be so content they will grow old and die without ever wanting to leave home. Y'all heard me talk about home. If you've been here, you heard me say, this is it. The tower is here. It's not a pretty message, but it is a message. It's a real, truthful message. The way God has worked this through me, I promise you, it's been through truth and justice and honoring and respecting the order of things. Saturn is literally super strong in my chart. I'm not here to just paint a pretty picture. I'm here to remind you that yes, you are a beautiful and valuable piece of art. You are a walking creation of the Creator, my God. Like, create something. We literally can create life. It's crazy. It's so bizarre how much we can do in our quantum computer system thing that we are. But we got to get past this hump, this perception shift, and remembering the origins of all of this. This feels so dark, like gloomy. Like, what the heck? Let me spray some lavender. If you're ready to go home, not your physical house thing, but like home. Some people understand. Some people will understand. And I highly recommend you think about that fear frequency thing, that fear frequency band that's trying to tether you. Because after fear, it gets pretty exciting. You don't need to fear this. It's in your blood, okay? You know that you're owed this. This is due, reparations. You are the lost angels. In opposition to the machine. which is the beast, which is I don't really want to call it a patriarchy, but I kind of do. That's a very limiting label. But I know this is affecting the entire population. I know this is deeper than most people are ready to receive. But those that heard it, you are troopers of the divine. You hear me? It takes really deep introspection to even navigate the energy we just were in. So thank you for being patient with me, and also being brave enough to show up. Because truly, as I will continuously repeat, I do not find it humorous to get on the internet and sound crazy. But I do I will honor, I will pay homage, and I'll always mind my business, as Kendrick would say. I will honor my ancestors and the spirit of this planet that's trying to help people navigate what's going on here. You can sit here and stare at these devices and believe what you're being told, or you can turn the TV off. You can take all this whack jewelry out. What do they say? I don't even know. It's a song. It's just coming through. But you can remember that people are housing spirits. These are temples. We are walking temples that can house spirits, some more than others. And remember that when you're interacting with people that are trying to knock you off your square, knock you out of your peace, your harmony, your rhythm, your joy, your moment, your now, your present, your gift. Know those people are operating from a place lower than the frequency of fear or equivalent or whatever. They're not operating in high vibration. So it's really important for you to remember how to return to your center and how to return home to yourself. I'm fascinated with how blocked this message is for people. It's crazy. But again, I believe those that do come to these messages are pioneers. I think we're far and few between, and it's meant to be that way. And you're part of the beginning of time. What? You're part of the beginning of time. What? Right. Because every day something new is occurring. Every moment, every second. Is it occurring? I don't know. We don't need to get too philosophical there. But I'm just kind of seeing every moment something new is changing. And we need to be clearing our temples so we can receive the new information that's coming through. It's a very beautiful but lonely journey. But it's not forever lonely. It goes on and on and on. Am I a boy or am I a girl? Am I a boy or am I a girl? Why did that come out? I feel like that was the card that it kind of like didn't make a lot of sense to. Oh, because you're not a boy or a girl. Oh. Okay. You're not a boy or a girl. So what are you? I heard divine. Okay. You're divine. Am I a boy or a girl? What is this about? me, yeah, you're not. I'm telling you. I'm seeing dragons and fairies and mermaids. Because I'm even seeing like Bigfoot. Shapeshifters. I'm seeing how there's people that are like, I'm a cat, you know? Are you brave enough to stand up and say who you really are? I'm being reminded how like I'm on the internet as a fairy. I was always destined to find this moment. I have two grandmothers with the same name that gave me that name, which is Faye. And that name was the first tattoo I ever got. And it took me a while to figure that out. What does that mean? Well, some of us are learning that we are not normal. We're not, I don't even know if I don't like that word normal. Extraterrestrial? Ooh, death. Wow. Yeah, you heard me right. When I said that these kids run around talking about I'm a cat, what I see with that is very interesting. It's like, how do you know what we are not? You know what I mean? I've been told my whole life I'm some girl, woman now, named whoever, that lives wherever, that all these labels. But really, once I introspect deep enough and spend enough time alone with God, communing or, you know, connecting deeply to reality, I start to remember things that come from a memory long before some humans ever told me anything. I start to remember old things, like I'll never forget my memories of the place where I say unicorns live, you know? It's like I remember this place, and the closest I've ever seen it in this 3D world is that movie Fantasia, I think it's called. Mickey Mouse or something. I don't know what it's called. But it had no words in the movie, and it was a Disney movie. And you could just see how there was a lot of life, magical life, that has always been here, that we're a part of. And without being told, without being force-fed something, I discovered and learned and found that knowing and understanding of who I am. Because I am. I command that knowing, so I walk in that truth. I don't know how to, there is no scientific, I need to prove things. It's like when you know something, you know it. You know if you saw something yesterday. If you saw a yellow school bus drive by yesterday, you know you saw that yellow school bus. You maybe can never prove it to anyone, but you know you saw a yellow school bus. It's like that. And some of these young souls coming in right now, they're so freaking pure. That's why they're called alpha, because they know who they are. And it's not a time for us to go telling these youngins who they are. Let them tell us who they are. Can we listen for a second? Can we stop force feeding a narrative of, it's mind programs. It's a lot of force when we need to apply less pressure right now. We need to sit back a little bit. There's enough pressure on the planet to be a lot of uncomfortable things. And as all of this is surfacing, as all of this is coming to awareness, we have a beautiful gift of sight to see and to experience this without judgment. It's already judgment. You're being judged. We're all being judged in a way. So it's all like, yeah, I've been really drawn to these blues. I think that's why the dragons are, and look, oh my God, I forgot all about this. Look at this rock I found. That's a dragon right there. You see all these dragon eyes? It's so weird lately. Tell me, like, what is this? Like, it looks like a dragon, doesn't it? Do you see what I see? It's so crazy looking. Look at it. It even has a mouth. Like, look at it. It has eyes and a mouth. It's bizarre. But we're gonna get through this dense fog. I want to keep pulling cards because I'm trying to get more information on who you are. Why these entities want to feed on your energy. Okay, I'm getting a card of wealth, abundance, security, which is bringing me back to the card of reparations, meaning this is yours and it was taken from you. You were taken from either or. Wow. I got the Six of Swords in reverse. Trouble coming out of a frying pan into fire, lack of progress. I was really heavily picking up on that energy where you were traveling over water, and this is sort of metaphoric, on a ship because you were taken from your land. Just imagine the slave times. They put these people on a ship, and some people looked over the rail and said, I'm gonna jump in that ocean. All the ones that stayed on the ship and then came and fell for all this stuff, it's all been taken from you. I remember in 5th grade, I made a whole alphabet out of random lines and dots, and I could write in this language I created. And I wish I still had that paper. But it's like, where the hell do some of the things come from that it's like, I just remember sitting at a desk in a place I didn't want to be, being forced to do all the things they say we should be doing for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I gratefully was strong-willed and imaginative, and I probably listened 20% of the time. And I just would draw and create and do all my things. And I just think and feel in my soul that we are not here to be anyone's anything, follow the line leader, any of that kind of stuff. We are meant to bring about, it's kind of a strange feeling I'm getting. Bring about, what are we bringing about? Because I heard New World Order, but that's not what, the world came out. Funny. I heard New World Order and then the world came out. because it is, oh, and I'm being shown the Book of Enoch. So I see the Book of Enoch in this card because in the Book of Enoch, he's shown a place in heaven. And he describes this magical place with all this magical stuff. What are we supposed to bring here? Heaven on earth? Oh, and the moon. This is very major arcana. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. What are you supposed to bring about? Okay, we got the moon in reverse. You're supposed to, okay, we've been talking about fear this whole time. Releasing fear, unveiling secrets, subsiding anxiety, truth, regaining composure, and self-deception. They have designed a very intricate, wow, with the star at the bottom, but it's in reverse because you have had this illusion programmed into your DNA for such a long period of time that in the darkness, in the night, I hear him call. What's that song? Coldest story ever told. Lost a soul to a woman so heartless. It was designed right so you could be heartless. Okay. So I see a very interesting reveal. So we're in Revelations. We need to make sense of things because that's what we do. I need to make sense of things, people. It's kind of just what we do. And I'm getting this vision of how you're walking in the dark. But you're scared. Why are you scared? Well, because you believe there's monsters. But you forgot you could be a monster if you want to be. Why do you turn that off? Because you fear death. Yeah. They got us to fear death. That's what it is. Because if you're disempowered and you think death is the end and you're so attached to this ego because you've been taken away, why would you believe that going in the dark would end something here? So the veil, the whatever, would be removed from your eyes. But you must fear that because that's what they want. And that's what you want because to fit into culture, you must be blind. You must put on your blindfold and follow the leader. Follow the good old boy, the one that's really following the rules. Look at this card. You see how she's holding a ladder for you? This is you down here. This is a higher dimensional being that cannot possibly exist in this very dense place that we're suffering in. But she's holding this ladder. She's created a ladder for you. So if you look close, she's created a ladder for you to climb to the star, which is a portal. Can you perceive this? Can you understand that there are beings? Spirit's really getting me to show you this. Can you perceive there are beings like this that are navigating and guiding and helping humanity at this time? And you're this little shadow. And once you go through this portal, the demons can't go there. It's just for you, purified and cleansed of fear and shame and guilt. back to where you can feel again. Setting the intention. There's the unicorn. Setting the intention to go back home. I'm telling you, home is where the heart is. You see, these are the kind of people I was seeing. These, like, I'm being asked to remind people that this is all a construct. And also that I can't get this all out in one day, even though I want to. But that's what I have. That's what I have. This is crazy. I hope that helped. I'm very grateful. I feel a lot of angelic presence. I feel a lot of healing in this message. Balance, harmony, realignment, getting back to pure codes. Yeah, that's what I have. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in anything that I have going on, it's all linked down below. My book, how to book a reading with me. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated. And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much.